Anne here, and today's video is my weekly Shop My Stash video. So this is a video that I stopped doing after the first half of this year. The whole point of that project was to sort of get through all of my collection. I was pulling stuff out of my drawer, and when I used it, it would go in a bin, so I wouldn't pick it again, and the whole series was to get through everything, primarily the blushes. The blushes was the longest category, so we finished that series up. I talked about taking a break and then perhaps restarting it, and here we are. We're going to restart it. This is now my Shop My Stash. I'm just going to do this for the rest of the year, at least I think so. I'm going to try to do this weekly, so technically this is week 18 of that project, but I'm not going to do what I did last time in terms of taking stuff out and then like fully removing it. We're just gonna kind of keep it a little loose, a little less rules, but fairly similar. I'll probably just pick one item from each category, and I think during those series I was picking palettes as well, but we're kind of doing that a little bit differently right now. I just want to bring this back, play with my collection while, you know, kind of winding down the year. I am still working on my Project Pan stuff, so that does take away from some of this, but that's enough intro. We're gonna wing it, see how this goes. I feel like I'm a little out of practice filming these videos. So that's kind of dirty. This is what I was using the past few weeks, so I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I've been using the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams primer. I'll probably pull that out again because it's nice to play with, especially in the fall time when I want a little bit of a matte look. Oh, the lid was not on properly. That's not good. This is the Merit blush in Fox. So again, really enjoy playing this with in the fall time, but we're gonna put it away for a little bit. I had this little guy out because I was kind of comparing it with the Cookies and Dreams. I don't really love this one. I wouldn't repurchase it. It is just a mini, but I'm pretty close to finishing it, but I'm not really in a rush to finish it. It's the matte version. This is the Benefit Boing Brightening Concealer. Again, I'm getting down on this one. It wasn't a Project Pan, so we did hit pan on that guy. This one has taken a very long time, and it's just a mini. These are sad put-aways. I really kind of don't want to put them away, but to use other things in my collection, I do need to put them away. These are the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. I think we've got Ladybird, Ritz, what's this one called again? Frog and Ice Dream. Really enjoy playing with these. Always got compliments every time I wore them. I really, yeah, like I'm kind of like, do I have to put them away? But I do. I kind of have to. I kind of need to make sure I'm using some other products in my collection. This is a Quo eyebrow pomade. I don't think you can get this anymore. Again, really enjoy playing with this, but we're going to put it away for now. This is a Merit eyeshadow in Studio, I think is the one I have. I really do enjoy this. I do want to buy another one. There's the purple shade that I do really want to buy. Yeah, I really enjoy that, but I am going to put it away for now, just so I'm using other stuff. This is something I am going to keep out because I think I just want to finish it up. It's a little sample of the Yummy Skin Glow Serum from Danessa Myricks. I don't love this product, and yeah, I just want to finish it up, basically. So we're going to keep it out. I think I've swatched it before. It just is kind of like this glowy serum, but once I like put foundation and stuff on, it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, I don't know, it's fine, but it's not anything special. I have been playing with these foundations, so again, I might keep them out. I think these were Makeup Forever ones, I want to say. They're in the shade 1N Natural and 2N Natural, so just want to finish those guys up. It's another ColourPop product. This is the ColourPop Shadow Stick in the shade Socialite. Again, really enjoy playing with this, but we're going to put it away for now. This is an item I'm probably going to declutter. This was a chopping block item. I'm not going to declutter anything right now because I am going to do like a full collection declutter in December. But we're going to hang on to this for now and probably maybe play with it again in a little bit. This is another item that was chopping block, but I'm not ready to give it up. It's a Givenchy lipstick. I don't even know the shade name. It's called Rose Dressing. And it is kind of a bright shade, but I do enjoy it from time to time. So we're gonna keep it. Eventually that will get decluttered. This is another item I think is gonna get decluttered. I don't really enjoy it, and you know, in the spirit of letting some things go, I think I'm probably going to declutter this, but I'm not 100% sold on that yet. It's the Chapstick Hydrating Oil, Total Hydration Lip Oil. I don't even know if this is still available. I got it in a top box, and I don't know. I think there's just better lip oils out there. So those are the products that I've been kind of using that are not part of my project pan that I've had out. So I will put all this away, but we're going to go through the collection and pull some items for this week's Shop My Stash. Alright, here we are in the top drawer of my collection. This is concealers, primers, foundations, and powders. Let's pull a concealer. Actually, this one's right on top, so let's pull this guy. This is the first creamy concealer by Mertzi. I'm not sure the shade number in this one, but I will put it down below. Let's do a bit of swatching. I like to do swatching in these videos. It's a nice consistency, and it's a good color, I think, for this time of year for me. I have zero self tanner on right now. Maybe leans a little yellow for me, but I do recall liking this guy, so I'm happy to play with that guy. Primer. I threw this in here. It's not actually a primer, but I need to figure out what to do with this. I have tried playing with this. I think this went viral recently on TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I probably should get on it. I posted like 2 videos, but I couldn't quite get it to work for me without going like white and flaky. So I've had this for a while, so I do want to play with it at some point, but I've just kind of chucked it in here. So I just wanted to make note of that being in here. I'm going to pull this primer just because I feel like I haven't used it in a while. This is the Becca Backlit Priming Filter. This was in my project pan at the beginning of the year, and I've gone through a lot of this product. I think I could pan this if I wanted to. Probably, I don't know if I could finish it by the end of this year if I tried to, but I'm not going to because it's a new product to me, even though it's discontinued. I did just buy this year, or late last year, I can't remember exactly. But again, I haven't played with this since the beginning of the year, so we're gonna pull this. Let's do a little swatch of this guy too, just so you can kind of see. Even though you can't get this anymore, it's nice. There's kind of a chunk on the top there. I'm looking forward to mixing that with my foundation that I'm using in my project pan. And again, the foundation, I already had a foundation in mind that I'm going to pick for this round because I really just want to. It's this guy. So it's the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. This is in the shade, I think, Classic Ivory. Where are you, shade name? Cool Vanilla. I don't know where I got Classic Ivory from. Yeah, this is a really good shade for me, and so I really want to use it. I didn't use it really over the summer because it was a little light over the summer, but we're going to use it now. So you can see the swatch of that. I do have cool like pink undertones, so yeah, it's a really, really good match for me. Even on my hand there, you can see it's a really good match. And for powder, you know what, I was thinking about this guy the other day. I am going to have to put this in a project pan at some point, but like anybody else really wish Too Faced would bring the peach, bring the whole line back. Just bring the whole freaking line back. I would definitely buy, I didn't buy the palette. I definitely would buy the palette. I definitely would buy the powder. There was also a face palette that I might have considered. Yeah, they just, why? Why do you stop a good thing? Why do people stop a good thing? But yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually pan this, and that's gonna be a sad day. But we're just gonna play with it for now and enjoy it while we have it. So we're gonna use that as my powder. And that's everything from this drawer, so we'll move on to the next drawer. So this is my eyes drawer. I've got eyebrow products like liquid eyeliners, pencil eyeliners, and mascaras. There's also lashes back there that I don't really use. These 2 mascaras I have not yet opened, because I do have enough kind of open over here to play with. So let's pick a brow product. I'm trying to think of something different. Let's go with actually one of the pens. Let's go with this one because I feel like this is definitely going to be a declutter, but we're going to try and play with it anyway. It's the Feather Effect Brow Pen from ColourPop. I'm not even sure if you can even read that because it's white lettering on a super light what do you call it, super light background. There it is in the center there. You can even see it there. It's very warm toned, But maybe with my other eyebrow products in my project pan, I can make this work. But yeah, that's definitely a product I think I am going to be decluttering. I'm not really a pen person. I think it's because I have poorly formed eyebrows. They don't have a good shape on their own. I will use a brow gel on its own, like when I'm just, day to day, because I think it looks okay. But especially when I'm filming, I use a pencil, because the pencil, I can like even things out. I can cheat things a little bit better. I feel like the pen, because I don't have a lot of brow and I'm sort of drawing on the brow, the pen just looks fake and it looks weird, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how it looks for me. Let's do a liquid and a pencil. So liquid, I'm going to pull this one. This is the Kaja. It belongs with the wing stamp. I've considered decluttering the wing stamp part because I just don't use this. I've tried it a couple times. It just doesn't work well with my eye shape. I think I've kept saying I'm going to do a video on it. I probably won't. I'm just putting it out there, but I do really like the actual pen. The pen is a really, really good pen, really, really black. My tip of my pen is starting to go, so eventually that's probably when I declutter it, when that splays a little too much. But it's waterproof, it stays really well. Really, really enjoyed this pen. I'm also filming this with my Sony camera, so I've finally switched over filming from my Canon camera, which is really old, to my Sony, and I feel like I'll find out when I get into editing, but I feel like my focus is better. The Canon always had a hard time focusing, but I feel like I'm doing good in focus here, guys. What do you think? And let's pull a purple. This is the Gosh eyeliner in Purple Stain. I kind of rushed and bought a whole bunch of these Gosh eyeliners at Shoppers Drug Mart. This brand used to be sold at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada, and then it got phased out, and these were all like $3 or something. So I'm like, yes please. I bought like one and I liked it, and then so I bought like 2 or 3 more. So that one's in the shade Purple Stain. And then mascara, I am kind of getting on last legs with the mascaras that I have open. Like, I am getting close to considering opening these guys. But let's pull this guy and see how this one goes. I recall I didn't really love this one. This is the the False Lashes mascara from Essence, Extreme Volume and Curl. I've done reviews on like tons of mascaras. You can search those on my channel. But I remember this one just not being a huge favorite, but we'll play with it anyway, because mascaras I find can be funny. The longer you have them open, sometimes the better they get. At least they get a phase where they're really good. I was gonna give a terrible comparison. I'm gonna say it anyway. It's like drinking. It's like when you're playing pool and you're drinking, and after a couple of drinks, your first few drinks, it's like, after a couple more drinks, it's really, really good, you're playing really, really good, but then you hit a point where it's like no good. And that's like mascara. It's like, starts off a little rough, then you get a phase where it's really, really good, and then it dries out too much. Maybe that's a bad comparison. Anyway, that is the eye drawer. Let's move on to the face drawer. This is probably like one of my favorite drawers in the whole thing. It's like the most fun and exciting for me anyway. This is my blush, bronzer, highlighter. I already know what bronzer I want to pull because I was watching, I think it was a bit of an older video, but I've just recently watched a video with Jessica Braun, and she was going through her bronzer collection and decluttering and stuff, and she was talking about this one being a favorite, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have that and I haven't really used it. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and I have it in the shade 01 Light. Again, this is like a foolproof, goof-proof bronzer for anybody that's fair to light skin. I do think they do have this in deeper shades, but yeah, this is like a really, really easy bronzer to use for light-skinned people like myself. And it's got just like, it's not too warm either. It's not too orangey. So I think that's what helps make it easier too. So there's that guy. Blush, did kind of have a blush in mind, but now that I'm looking at my blushes, you know, I feel like I haven't used this guy in a while. So let's play with this one. This is the Benefit blush in Dallas. Yeah, my focus is way better. Like I'm just holding something up and the camera's like, oh hello, focus. Whereas I think my Canon, I was always yelling at it, focus. Kind of like my brain, focus. So yeah, this is the Dallas highlight or blush. This is the newer version. I'm really sad that I did not get the older version. It's really hard to swatch this. There it is next to. So it's actually very similar. It's just like a little bit warmer, a little bit, yeah, just basically a little bit warmer, peachier kind of shade of blush compared to that bronzer. I feel like these are kind of nice, subtle fall colors. Actually, it looks quite nice. Nice for October. Very PSL, even though I don't like PSLs. And highlight. I think this highlight's gonna go well with this. This is the Rimmel highlight in the shade 001 Stardust. I had to repress this guy, so that's why it looks a little funny. I think this is gonna look good because it's that goldeny, a little bit more of a goldeny highlight. Yeah. I think I did a good job there. I think those go really nicely together. Do a nice little warm neutral brown eye look, a little rusty lip color. Perfect fall kind of look. Okay, let's move on to the single eyeshadows, and then that will be it. Okay, this is where my little like single eyeshadows live, and I have a lot of lip products. I don't pick lip products in my Shop My Stash, at least in the past series. I probably will. I don't know. Okay, I'm saying I'm not going to do it in this video, but I might do it going forward. The reason why I'm not going to do it in this video is because I need to reorganize my lip stuff. It's totally disorganized right now in terms of like things all over the place. And then the other thing is when it comes fall, like between like spring and summer and then fall and winter, I kind of like to do like a revamp, and they don't all fit in my little collection up here, like my little containers. So I just kind of like to pull out and like put in front things that I want to wear that I think are going to be good for that season. And I just haven't done that yet, so I need to do that for fall. And then maybe we'll get into like maybe a couple of lip picks every Shop My Stash. But for now, we're going to do eyeshadows. Again, I already had one in mind. It was this one, this NARS eyeshadow. When I filmed that Viseart video, I ended up doing sort of a gray toned smoky look for the rest of the day, and I just really enjoyed it, and it made me think like I really want to pair this eyeshadow in particular with that, I think it's called Sondra shade, and it's the ash shade in the neutral palette. I think those two are going to look really nicely together. I think this will work with a lot of shades in both palettes. This is from NARS, and it's the shade Himalaya. Really pretty. Really pretty shade. There it is on my hand right there. This is like my perfect taupe. I've like searched high and low for various taupe shades, and this one hits the right note for me. It's exactly what I was looking for. It has the right amount of shine, the right amount of coolness, but not too cool, but not too warm. Just really love that guy. And then the other shadow I was gonna pull, because I had that ColourPop one out, was this one, because I feel like I haven't used this one enough since I picked it up. This is the Kiko shadow. It's a long-lasting eyeshadow stick in the shade, I think 08? No, 09. It's 09 or 60, one or the other. It is like almost identical to that ColourPop one, but the ColourPop one is just a little bit brighter. This one has just, maybe it's not quite as bright, or quite as much shift to it, but there it is right there. It's a really pretty shadow, and like formula wise they're like very similar, and the Kiko one was like easily twice as much, maybe even 3 times, or 2.5 times more expensive than the ColourPop one. While the Kiko one was nice. Kiko's not as accessible for me. I bought it when I was in Scotland. That's why I bought it, because I was like, I don't have access to Kiko normally. I usually see it in like Winners or Marshalls if I do see it. So yeah, that's my other eyeshadow. So we'll just do a quick summary of everything, and that'll be this video. All right, here we are with the final roundup. So yeah, really happy with this. This is looking good. I think this is gonna be a good week. I did want to show off the palette. So what I was doing in my Shop My Stash previously was picking a palette or two kind of each time or every couple of weeks. For right now, I've had all of these palettes out for a while, and I will have them out for a while longer, at least another month. I did do a whole video on, well, maybe not these two, but I did do a whole video on these as my like fall picks palettes, and I feel like I've been using them a fair amount. I feel like I still want to keep playing with them, so I'm not ready to switch them out yet. I have a feeling I might not switch them all out in one go. There might be a few that I like put away first, and then keep playing with a few others. And then, like I said, I just did that Vizier video, so I have been playing with these guys, and I just want to say, like, in that video I had just started using these, and I've used them maybe 2 or 3 times more since then, and so far so good. I'm really happy with the quality of these, and how they're pairing really well with other eyeshadows that I have. So yeah, just to quickly go through, there's a whole video on these, but the palettes are the BH Romantic Nomad palette, the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, which looks like that, the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette, this is the one I haven't used a whole lot, the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really need the nude one, but I wouldn't mind the nude one. The Jewels and Gem palette from Odin's Eye, the Big Daddy, the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. Such a great palette. That's an OG. The Tartist Pro To Go palette from Tarte, one of my favorite travel palettes. Again, this one I haven't used a whole lot. The Violet Voss Creme Brulee Fun Size palette. Again, PSL in a palette. This one I've played with quite a bit. The Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. Really enjoy this for fall. I feel like it's a great fall palette. And then the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. Which makes me sad that I never got the, I think it's the pumpkin, like the original one. I know there was like the extra sliced pumpkin one, but I kind of really wish I had the original pumpkin one, because it looks like I would really enjoy that one. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. But anyway, that is this week's Shop My Stash. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!